Welcome back. You're watching Storyboard. In this hour of crisis, many popular social media influencers have come forward and are working towards initiating a COVID related cause. While some of them are doing it consistently on a regular basis, many others are doing it on and off in between their regular posts and activities. Today, we have two popular social media influencers, Chef Saransh Goila and fashion and makeup influencer Shereen Sikka on our show, and they are speaking to us about what are the kind of activities that they are doing, also how have brands responded to the COVID pandemic and how are they engaging with their audience, and do they see a shift in which they are communicating with their audience. Listen in.
Hi Shereen, hi Saransh, welcome to CNBC TV 18. Many thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having us over.
Thank you for having us.
Shereen and Saransh, both of you are big Instagram celebrities. You both are big influencers with a massive fan following, and you have decided to leverage this through your initiatives to help people in need through this COVID crisis. Tell us about your initiatives and how have you leveraged Instagram for it, and what propelled you to do it?
Thank you so much for having us, and thank you so much for this question. I just there's for me, Instagram has just been a place, like my platform, where I've built a little bit of a community, and I just feel like my community and my followers, like, they've been everything to me or to any brand that is on Instagram over the last, like, so many years. And I just feel like right now is the time that we need to sort of give back to them, instead of giving them swipe up links to any products or anything. I just, we wanted to do our best. Even if you're sitting at home, there's a few things that we could do. Initially, I tried out, I did volunteer with a couple of COVID websites to keep posting verified leads. I did that for about a week, but honestly, like, there was this one point in the middle where I felt like even the leads, we were not getting enough on Instagram. And that's when we, decided to come together. I just realized that alone, there's only so much I can do. But if our entire creator blogger community sort of comes together, we can do so much more and make a bigger impact. So we came together and we started a fundraiser for an NGO called Doctors for You, who are doing fabulous work on ground. And we're all of us creators are coming together and helping raise funds, and just using Instagram as a platform and using that as a community to spread the word, spread the donation link, of course, donate ourselves, get our friends and family to donate, but also, like, talk about the link and, encourage people to donate.
So, how I realized that there's a lot of devastation all around, and it's been a pretty grim sort of situation for all of us. But I really realized that there was a problem, especially with food, because I'm a chef, and my direct focus always lies with food in that case. And I started getting a lot of direct messages on Instagram where people started asking me that, do you know tiffin services or home chefs in a particular city or pin code who can help a COVID patient out, because they are stuck and they don't have any help from their neighbors or their family, because people are falling ill in clusters. And so many people are going to hospitals, everybody is running around. So there's a lot of chaos. And there was a unique problem which is born out of this crisis, which meant that with so many cases floating around us, there weren't enough people to take care of patients who were isolating at home. So that also became a problem while we were dealing with, beds and oxygen on the ground and people. Those are like absolute necessities. The other was to take care of patients who are at home so they don't fall ill further or their symptoms don't aggravate. And hence what I realized was there was a need to collate a list of tiffin services or home chefs or even volunteers who are happy to cook 1 or 2 meals extra for lunch and dinner and send it out wherever, whoever is in need for those meals. So I started a spreadsheet with the name of COVID Meals for India, which was started with from home. My sister and my brand manager, three of us sort of sat down and curated this list. It started with about 200 volunteers / home chefs across 12 cities. Currently, we are at 3,500 volunteers across 300 cities. And it's changed from a spreadsheet to a website. It's covidmealsforindia.com. It's basically an initiative which is connecting volunteers directly with COVID patients.
That's a great initiative, Saransh. Shereen, you mentioned how you just didn't want to add a swipe up link to your story, asking people to buy products online. You wanted to do something more to help out people now, but you are a fashion, lifestyle, makeup influencer. So, did you feel the pressure to not post certain flashy pictures or posts, lest you come across as someone insensitive, or did you feel the need to put up some sort of a disclaimer or a social message with every post, unless you come across as someone who's rubbing privilege in people's faces?
So I feel like the time that we're in, like it's not just a problem that went on for a couple of days, or it's not just a problem that affected a few of us. What's going on right now is affecting everyone. It's affecting my followers, it's affecting the content creators, the fashion bloggers, the designers. It's affecting everybody. So it's not like I felt pressure, but I just, there is no point. I didn't even think about posting anything else besides just posting something that could help, whether even if it's not a COVID lead or a resource, but even if it's something that could maybe put a smile on somebody's face. Like it's not about pressure, but you just don't feel like posting about products or fashion at this time, especially like even if somebody is not directly affected from this, they're still sitting at home, so people don't really want to know about what looks to put together or how to wear a lehenga right now.
Right. So then how are you engaging with the brands? When brands approach you for a collab, what are they expecting of you? Has there been a shift in the kind of communication that they expect you to put out?
Of course, there's definitely been a shift of communication. Initially in the first 1 week of the lockdown, when things were still a little unsettled and there were still conversations with brands going on, we of course had this conversation about it not being the right time to promote anything or to post anything. And I feel like, at least I can speak for myself, but brands have been very understanding about the situation, and they are happy to either wait it out or postpone it, or just wait for a time when it's a better time to talk about a brand promotion. Even the brands and the teams, everyone sort of going through their own issues. They all have family that they're concerned for. They're concerned for their own health. So I feel like it's been a time where everyone has, at least in the fashion beauty industry, most of people have been quite understanding about the situation and are willing to wait it out.
Definitely, there has been a shift in communication. I think everybody realizes the gravity of the situation we are in. A lot of brands that are reaching out to me are mostly trying or looking to do CSR campaigns where they can also actually help the community versus just looking at it from a PR sort of perspective. Few brands have also reached out saying that we are not expecting any deliverable, we are not expecting our logos, etc., to be put out onto the product or onto the CSR campaign you're doing. We just want to help. So I think there is a mixed bag. Honestly, any prior commitments we were very, very clear about. We already addressed it to the brands that we were working with, that for these 2 months till the situation does not improve, we will not be posting a single video.
Right, Saransh, so you're saying that you're not engaging with the brands for the next 2 months. So are you saying no to the brands, and or are you saying no to brands that are just hard selling or are not related to the cause?
So it's both those things, which means if a brand is reaching out for something that's non-related, we are still engaging with them, because as a talent, I don't want to let go of work, right? So we are telling them that you wait with us for 2 months. We anyway work on whatever you want to sell. Yes, but if you want to sell ice cream right now because it's summers, probably I am not the right person, because what will also happen is ultimately the brand wants goodwill and orders, right, out of the promotion they do. And currently, if people are following me to help other people out, like suddenly I'm looking for oxygen and beds and providing them meals, and then I'm like, here, buy your favorite ice cream. It is not syncing naturally. And hence I would actually tell them to go to a fellow chef who's already promoting it, and they might have a better opportunity to sell there. So I think it's very important as an influencer also, if you've taken the plunge, which means if you're going to be consistent with, in this case, helping your community, and you don't have to feel pressured at the same time to help your community. But if you have taken the plunge, I would say it will be nice for you to go through with it, and take that leap of faith and wait it out and help as many people as you can.
Interestingly, Saransh, you mentioned how consistency is important now. You see a lot of social media influencers. Do you think they are doing it to gain mileage, or probably, it's just lip service or tokenism? Because with the kind of fan following that influencers have, you've got to be consistent with your communication. But you see some of them just putting out one odd post once in a while.
I think, we are in a very, very unique situation here. It's a crisis. I think none of us are supposed to be doing this, honestly. Like, if I got an opportunity tonight saying that you don't have to work on COVID Meals for India anymore, I would very happily plug off my laptop, switch off this website, and I would wish that it did not exist. So I feel like this is desperate times. Somebody else was supposed to be responsible for all of this. But because we have been failed, we must all step up to the occasion, and we must do our part. Having said that, we are all dealing with this pandemic very, very differently. I know of friends who are not doing well mentally. I know of fellow influencer friends who want to do probably more, but there are many reasons they can't do that, because maybe they have lost someone in their family, maybe they are grieving, maybe they are not in the mental space to be able to do this consistently. And hence I feel like like me personally, or any of us, should not judge anybody who's being inconsistent as well in a situation like this. It's very, very important to treat this like a community, right? And whoever can reach out to the community consistently, great. Whoever cannot, I think they're also a small business, and they also probably deserve a hug in their own way.
All right, Shereen, Saransh, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And now it's time for this week's notice board. Amidst the raging second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic, JK Super Cement has launched Humse Hai Suraksha campaign to encourage plasma donation to help COVID-19 patients. Let's take a look.
कुछ चाहिए था आपसे।
कुछ समझाना था आपको।
कुछ बताना था आपको।
मैं कोविड पेशेंट हूँ, हालात कुछ ठीक नहीं हैं। डॉक्टर्स कहते हैं प्लाज्मा थेरेपी से ठीक हो सकता हूँ।
जी हाँ, कोविड से रिकवर होने के बाद आपके खून में मौजूद प्लाज्मा दूसरे कोविड पेशेंट की जान बचा सकता है।
तो जैसे ही पता चला, मैं तुरंत पहुँच गया प्लाज्मा डोनेट करने।
आप तो कोविड से जंग जीत चुके हैं।
इसलिए आपके अंदर मौजूद एंटीबॉडीज वायरस से लड़ने में मदद कर सकते हैं।
और अगर मेरे खून से किसी की जान बच सकती है, तो मैं कैसे पीछे हटता?
आपका प्लाज्मा डोनेशन किसी की जिंदगी बचा सकता है, डॉक्टर्स भी कहते हैं।
ये एकदम सेफ है। क्या आप अब भी सोच रहे हैं?
मैंने किया है, आप भी बेझिझक प्लाज्मा डोनेट करें। याद रखना, हमसे है सुरक्षा।
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll be back same time next week. See you soon.